State officials here in Connecticut and across the nation are watching the debt standoff in Washington very closely.
Yeah, that's because it could potentially have a big impact on state budgets and the ability of states to borrow money.
That's right. News 8 chief political correspondent Mark Davis spoke with the governor and his budget chief today. He joins us live from our Hartford newsroom with more. Mark.
Hi, Sarah. Good evening, everyone from the Hartford newsroom. They didn't say very much good about this. Depending on how this stalemate ends in Washington, it could end up costing state taxpayers here in Connecticut more. Later this week, the Malloy administration is expected to approve about $500 million in borrowing at the monthly bonding commission hearing. Borrowing for school construction, road repair, and more of those new rail cars for the Metro-North Railway. Projects greatly affected by interest rates.
If it ever was to happen that we're actually to default, I think they're very serious, particularly around the cost of capital for infrastructure investment.
For most of the states, there is a lot riding on this game of chicken going on between the Democratic president and the Republican Speaker of the House.
I've written about it to the leaders in Washington. I think there is collateral damage. Higher interest rates clearly would come about. I think they actually have come about.
The governor's budget director says he's not so much worried about that because capital could flow more easily to states with good credit ratings.
I would have to say I am more concerned about some of the potential savings reductions in the event of a deal. I think if we were to pull back on Medicaid spending, that could have devastating results for our budget and for our ability to function.
That's Ben Barnes, the state budget director, Governor Malloy's official secretary of the Office of Policy and Management. The state of Connecticut averages just over $3 billion, that's with a B, $3 billion a year from the federal government for Medicaid. Anything that was cut from that would have to be made up back here in Connecticut from somewhere else. Live from the Hartford newsroom, Mark Davis, News 8.